And there's 9 other people watching.
How are you doing it today, guy? You all right?
All right, yeah, tidy. How's Fion's car? She broke it down again, has she?
Oh, yeah. It looks like the head gasket to me with that white smoke coming out, but like I said, I'm no expert, but it'll be all right. Like I said to Fee, don't stress over it too much. You've got no control over it, and it'll be fixed up.
Yeah, that's it. Hello, George Bond.
Hello, George. These guys she's bought it off seem to be fair, and they'll put her right now, I'm sure.
Yeah. Was he local, Bob local then?
So by Pyle, it's like a garage, but Pyle it was,
Oh, I know.
But, and in fairness, they are coming out to do it, because we can't go down there now, see, guy? So they are coming to work.
Right, yeah.
So they can,
as soon as you get to the bridge, there's a big sign there, isn't there, in Pyle? You can't go any further.
Oh, I don't know, I haven't been down there.
Yeah, I forgot all about it, and I went down there to go to Asda, But
right,
there's a big sign there now, COVID, lock-in and all that, so I turned around and come back. Good evening, Margaret. Margaret Dunley's in.
Hello, Margaret, how are you?
How is everybody tonight? Looks like there's going to be a major lockdown now all around Wales, I think, in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I don't know what it's caused by. Is it, the colder weather waking COVID up, or is it people not doing as they were told? I don't know, and I don't think...
Yep. We're having communication problems.
You know it.
Good evening, Danielle Morgan.
Yep, you... Oh, hiya, Dan. How are you, love? I had my grandson today. She called up early this morning.
Oh, there we are. Great laugh, man. Carrie Ann Hooper's in, and Dan S.
Dan S, the flight attendant. How was your job looking, Dan? Is that all right?
Yeah, it's worrying, isn't it?
You are?
It's very worrying.
Very. It's EasyJet have even lost money this year. Do you know, it's the first time they reckon in 25 years they've lost money.
Good God.
Incredible.
It must be bad, isn't it?
Oh, very sad state of affairs.
Well, Rebecca's watching.
But yes, it's...
Now then, Rebecca, if you're watching, Dan S, who's watching in the comments, said Dan S works for Virgin as well. So, and Dan, Margaret Dunley's granddaughter, she works for Virgin on the booking side. So, two people, two virgins in here, two virgin people in here tonight. I could make a joke about it, but I won't.
No, but yeah, there's another person I know got COVID this week, diagnosed yesterday, and they said it's horrible.
Good gosh. Good evening, Hillbilly. Hillbilly's in.
Hi, Hillbilly. How you doing? How is the home tutoring with your daughter going? Is it going better? Can't get much better than last week, Olga. She's on stage 5, but she's only on week 1.
I know. Good gosh. She'll be a professor now.
Yeah. She'd nearly be as bright as me and you.
Well, bright as you. I'm not very bright.
Oh, I noticed.
I'm looking awful red. Red face, but there.
Are you?
Aye.
Why?
Taking that dog down the beach this morning. Pulled the hell out of me. Little Jack Russell. Went for a walk down the beach. First time she had ever been down the beach. And, well, as soon as she seen the ocean, she ran straight towards it. It was coming in. She turned around and went straight back the other way.
We took our dog down there once, right? And he ran and he went in the water a bit and he jumped on the rocks, didn't he?
Mm.
And he went further out and further out by there. Oh, we couldn't get him. In the end, right, Patsy had to go in the water up to about over her knees, right? And luckily she got him in.
Good God, you're lucky, innit?
Yeah, I stood and watched. Mind, they give her a moral support, see?
Look at that, is
Yeah.
it? Get in there.
Uh,
It's been a funny old week again, hasn't it?
It's been like a strange old week. It's like what you got, right? You got, nobody knows what they're doing, right? We got, the cases are rising now, as high as they were in March, and you got half the people saying, and in government, not so much in government, but in Parliament then, you got half of them saying, nope, you got to go to work, act as normal, and the other half are calling for everything to be shut down. So, but if they don't know, we haven't got a clue.
No. I'm totally mixed up.
Yeah, I really don't know what's happening, you know?
Yeah. Fee is very stressed and she's going to order some food.
That's a way, Fee.
You enjoy yourself, innit?
Yes, enjoy.
Long time dead, see. It's no point having diets all the time, right? Enjoy yourself.
No, you know what, right? They say this isn't a trial run. This is it. And once you're gone, you're for good.
I just found out that KFC do deliveries. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, KFC do deliveries, but it's like the cheapest meal you can have is about £15 plus £5 delivery. So it's 20 quid.
£5 delivery. Oh, yeah. That's it's a bit naughty, that.
It's expensive, isn't it?
And they'll expect a tip when they come round here, see?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I love giving them tips, see? And my missus, see, go, give him a tip. She gives me £4. I sneak 3 in my pocket, and I begrudge giving them the £1 then.
Yeah, that's it. Good evening, Susan Powell.
Don't tell her that, she don't know, see? Hello, Susan. Yeah. I was talking to your sister today. You're a lovely girl, your sister is, I.
Good gosh.
Down Morrison's I was.
Is it?
I said to her, I was walking up to her, see that? And I had my mask on. I had a pair of shorts on, as I do. And I said, she said, hey, John. I said, how did you recognise me? Oh, she said, I could see through the mask. Yeah, you're not getting it, are you? Yeah, you're not getting it, are you? I'm walking up to her, pair of shorts on, I got one leg. And I asked her, how would you reckon? Yeah, they were. See, yeah, you are a bit slow, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, well, whenever I see you, I see with a whole person, see, John. I don't see the disability.
That's exactly the right thing to say.
Yeah. Good evening, Keisha. Keisha Walt.
And Sonny's in as well, Gar.
Oh, there we are.
But she's watching us, right, on the big screen, believe it or not.
With a boyfriend, is it?
I'm not sure, but we were on the telly.
Never.
Honest to God, yes! They got a big huge telly on the wall, but there, and me and you were on it.
Good God, watch it not fall off.
Sonny! See? Yeah. She's waving back at us.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Got a laugh from it.
No, I got 2 ghost stories tonight again, and the very different stories from each other.
Yeah.
But I honestly think that everyone is going to enjoy these ones. To me, they are scary, but they are also like good, interesting stories. And I'll just give you a little taster. I'll tell you, they are about 500 years apart.
Good God.
See, there you are. We haven't had that before, have we?
No. So where did you get them? Somebody emailed them to, did they?
I had one on Wednesday, an old man gave it to me, and I had the one then yesterday, a lady gave it to me, like, well, she said, well, we know her name, but the other one, like this old gentleman gave it to me, seems all right. He talked to me, see, on Messenger, and then he sent it, and I
got a bit of interference. But all but's okay. It's not too bad here. Up, John's dropped up. He's back. You back, John?
I'm back now. Yeah, dropped. Yay.
Yeah, there's not many restrictions in Talbot.
Yeah, so everything's all right.
Susan saying solid Champion.
No.
What's that?
Oh, that she been busy, probably.
Yeah, everybody.
But pubs have all got to shut at 10.
Aye.
The pubs have all got to shut at 10, and we area. But
John's Wi-Fi's playing up. John, you need to put 50p in the meter.
Is it mine? I think my signal's quite strong, it says, yeah, but
Is it?
I'll put the other one on now as well, look. See what I can do.
All right. Very choppy. Right, while he's doing that, I got some news, some weird news. The first one is Poundland is going to start selling Ouija boards, which is absolutely ridiculous because they're so dangerous. You know, people can get hurt. So they start selling them. So what do you think of that, John?
I think that is terrible. Everybody, you really, really need to not buy this. It's beyond that they're selling this, right? It just should not be for sale, this. You are going to invite unwanted guests into your house. I promise you it works.
Yeah.
They are just so irresponsible doing this. There we are. And it's not illegal. You can do it and they can sell it. But I really fear for the people that's going to buy it.
Yeah. And it's only £1. They're selling it for £1. It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah. The thing is, right, you can make one yourself. It's easy, right? The spirit in a glass thing, you can do that. But you know, it's effort to go and do it. If you got it for £1, when you're there, oh, I'll get one of them, and the next thing you know, they're in there, and I tell you, there'll be trouble.
Yeah. Well, we've had loads of stories on the show, haven't we? People using them.
Yep. We have indeed.
And it's been nothing but trouble afterwards. So let's go on to the next news story. A woman fell asleep in Dagestan. And when she woke up, she found this thing, a bit of a tube or something, sticking out of her mouth. It was a 4-foot snake. There's the person in the hospital pulling out of her mouth. So a 4-foot snake had got into her mouth, into her throat. It was choking her because she couldn't breathe. And they took her into emergency straight away, opened her mouth out, got some tweezers, pulled it out. And it was a 4-foot long snake.
Is it dead?
No, still alive.
Oh, never.
Aye. Oh, I wouldn't fancy that.
I've heard of having a frog in your throat, right? But that's taking a biscuit, that does, isn't it?
It's blinking awful, isn't it? Another person there, brushing his teeth, and he swallowed his toothbrush. So we have
on earth could you do it? We must have slipped or something, do you?
We cleaning the back of it.
Aye. Can you imagine the size of his teeth?
Good God.
And it's not a small toothbrush, that either, is it?
No. So that must have been horrendous.
That was horrible.
And the worst one of all, an Amazon driver was caught short and decided to go in a woman's garden and have a poop.
Oh, do. That's wrong.
That's disgusting.
At so many levels it's wrong, it is.
Well, they called the police.
Well, I'm not surprised, but the thing is, I will say that woman does need to do a bit of weeding.
Yeah, the gardens, yes. Now she needs to clean up her bush a bit.
No.
Don't even say it, no, not go in there. So she called the police and they came around and arrested him. So
how long did it take him?
I don't know, but
I doubt if he was still having it when the police come, mind.
Well, perhaps it wasn't very clean or whatever. I don't know.
Well, she would have taken she would have had the package, man. And he could have traced it back to him, innit?
Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't be having the package with Edgar, would he? He'll be stinking giving it back.
Oh, I wouldn't have it. Send it back.
Oh, you.
That's heavy, man. So they are the weird stories for this week.
Fair play. That was you must troll the internet trying to get good stories for everybody. Fair play. It's 4 good stories there.
Yeah, I would have gone more, but I haven't had time today. Like you, we've been very busy.
Yeah.
So I have to go here, then everywhere.
That's it. Then you haven't got time, see you and I've been out without the car for a bit, right? You don't realise how much you rely on a car, do you?
No, that's it.
You do.
Thing is, my car's usually with my daughter's mother. She uses it, you know, because she can travel all around the place. Dean Hanford, or Hannaford rather.
Yeah, Dean, man. So with Dean, it is.
I know he's the man who's never getting married.
He'll get married one day. Now we'll all be going. He's waiting for COVID. He is waiting for that to subside.
Yeah.
And then he'll have the invites out to us.
Oh, there we are. I look forward to that. I like a bit of wedding cake, and Sonny's getting married.
Yes. So we'll all be going up there shortly. Engagement cake, you like that, don't you?
I like engagement cake. And the same ring going around, isn't it?
There's some people, see, you can't believe that. Right? I know we got new people about, so I think you best explain to them what you're talking about, Rebecca.
It's just that I can't find the right woman, basically, right? I've been engaged 5 times. Oh no, 4 times. Next one's the 5th time, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they've all had the same ring, see? So when they sleep, and you with a soapy water, you slip it off their finger, and then you finish with them the next morning. I think it's great. It's worked a treat.
Yeah. Oh, I bet it does, But what if they're not the right size, see,
Got to be a size 10. I could have a thin woman. Thin body, thin fingers, see? So it all fits.
Right. Yeah.
If they're a bit too big, I can't slip it on.
You're right, oh. So you're looking for number 5, then, you?
Well, I'll have a look, innit?
You are, look. The ring is bad luck. Try cleaning it. You haven't cleaned it. You haven't cleaned it, Gav? See, there's all them other women's DNA on it, man. And women can tell, see?
I do like a clean ring. I do like a clean ring. I will say that.
Well, right. Well, that's good.
Right?
Like that Amazon man did he?
I don't want his ring at all.
Oh, good golly. But yeah, with Sonny's right mind, you should clean it with nice, I don't know what to clean it with, ring cleaners.
Well, I don't know. It's looking okay.
But they know, see, they know what's new, and what you should do is polish it up a treat. And then they think a new box all the time, and now the box only cost you £3.50.
Yeah,
Right.
I've had a couple of new boxes and ribbon.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's all new, and then they won't know.
that's it.
Right? Do you go on one knee all the time, man?
Not really.
I
did
go all the time.
I did on the first one, but then it got sort of a bit monotonous after you do it a couple of times.
Yeah, after the fourth time, you're like, oh, I'm not doing that now.
Because you don't really mean it then, the first time you're doing it. 'Cause you think you're in love. But then the next time, then you're a bit wary now. So, you know, get the formality out the way. Yeah, there's the ring. Come on, let's go.
Romantic, you are, see.
No party. None of that nonsense.
Well, we'll have to have a party.
No, and no presents. Because you'll end up having them back anyway, for number 6.
Don't give them back, man.
Yes.
No, you can't give them back.
Always get wine glasses. I don't drink. The hell I'm going to use them for? I still got a box of wine glasses in there.
No, you shouldn't give them back. You don't need. They don't expect them back, see?
Yeah. Well, thing is, they get them from B&M's now, isn't it? It's probably only £1, 6 glasses. Yeah. I think best thing to have is friends that are women. You know, women friends. That's the best way.
Yeah. But do you know something? This is true, right?
What?
An engagement ring and a wedding ring, right? By law, you can have the wedding ring back, but you can't have the engagement ring back. Do you know why?
Why? It's a contract.
Engagement ring is a gift, and a wedding ring is a contract. You did right.
Yeah. I thought the engagement was a contract as well. A contract of marriage.
Well, but you don't need... Well, you're right. I suppose you don't need I don't need a wedding ring to get married. I wouldn't have thought, right? But it's a betrothal, a wedding. They used to do a dowry, didn't they?
Yeah.
When he was engaged, but now it's a ring. But there's nothing legal on it. You see?
Oh, good.
You know?
Otherwise-
But they can keep the ring.
Oh. Now then. Good evening, Daniel Woodhouse. Daniel Woodhouse is in.
Hello, Daniel.
We're just having a chat about engagements and rings and all that. I don't know. Fee. Don't mention it a fee.
Oh no, fee. We're not talking about marriage, right, girl?
No.
We're not.
Yeah. Sonny says start off with a promise. A promise ring.
Yes, that's right.
What the hell is a promise ring?
My cousin's given his girlfriend a promise ring. Basically, it's, well, you know, you start a promise ring you give to your girlfriend, right?
Aye.
Then I don't know if you plan to get married. It's not like, see, people use engagement rings for the wrong reason, right?
Mm.
Now, the promise ring is what people use the engagement ring for. You're going out with them steady, you love them, and you say, right, let's get engaged. But in engagement, right, when you're engaged, it's the full title of being engaged is engaged to be married.
Oh, right.
So if you got no intention of getting married, you shouldn't have an engagement ring.
Right, but you can have that other one.
The promise ring you could
Aye.
have, right? Then, once you've made your mind up you want to marry them, then you have the engagement ring, because then you will then be engaged to be married.
Ah, right. So where do you get these promise rings in? Can you get 10 of them or one, or how much? What they come in like?
Well, they like, you can buy any ring and call it a promise ring, can you?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It doesn't say promise or nothing on them, like, unless you wanted to.
So you go on what? Do you have to go down on one knee and all that? They promise to marry you and all that?
No. This is just like, look, I'm going out with you nights bare now, and we go in steady.
Yeah.
So this is a promise ring that I'm not while I'm going out there, I'm not going to be going with other women or men or whatever. This is a promise to you that I'm going to be your boyfriend,
Faithful.
and I'm going to be faithful on that, and that's my promise to you. Now, after that, if you want to marry her, you give her an engagement ring because you're engaged then to be married. And then the next ring you buy is the wedding ring. And then there's a fourth ring you can buy then. It's called an eternity ring.
Oh. What about the divorce ring? Is there a divorce ring?
No, it's just what that is, right? What you got to buy your house, you have.
Yeah. And you've got to give up to her.
You got to buy a house, give up to her, and you go and live in a shack somewhere.
I'm not so keen on that way.
No, it's something.
That puts me off going further than the engagement. When they start saying, oh, this room could do with refurbishment.
Yes, well, you've got to refurbish it to their taste, man, haven't you, to be fair?
I know, but they start in... They say like this, they do, I got to put my stamp on it. Have you heard that?
That's right, yeah.
I don't like that stamp, okay, but I want my house to be...
But it's your stamp on it.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Right then, why should you have all the stamps?
Well, I paid for it.
Oh, I just think of that one.
Yeah, see, you know. If you want to put a stamp on it, 50% up front for the value of the house.
You are?
That's fair then, isn't it?
Yeah, it is fair.
That's what I think. Give me 50%.
Well, normally, see, I mean, you've paid for your house, right? But normally, you get house together and you do pay after now, normally.
Yeah. Half a mortgage, you know?
Or if you rent, then you pay half the rent or whatever, like, you know?
Yeah.
But, so there, we put that one to bed now, see, guy? We put that one away.
That's it. Patsy's saying something too, look.
Don't tell him, Patsy. See what she's talking about now?
Yeah. She'll tell everybody.
I know. She likes to stamp on me, see?
Ah. Is that some sort of deviance? But
yeah, she gets stilettos on.
Oh, right.
Right. Anyway, she spilled the beans now, so I might as well carry it on, innit?
You might as well say the truth now.
Yeah, well.
Life.
Yeah.
Daniel Woodhouse, I think he's a new person, yeah? He's come over from, what's his name? Who's got that other guy, man, that got a show? I can't remember his name now.
He can't be important anyway.
Yes, you know him, man. Fionn doesn't like his voice.
Oh, I can't. What's his name?
Chris Reardon.
Ray Reardon, and he's just not a player, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Aye.
I haven't seen his show for a while. But
no, I tell you the truth. I watched it when we first started this show, and unfortunately, Fee is right. I couldn't watch it either. It's I think it takes a special person to watch that regularly.
Yeah, I think it's just different to what we do, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just different.
Yeah. So George is very quiet on you. I hope he's not crying again.
Oh, remember? No, I hope he's all right tonight. There.
Don't tell me that.
Trump? Do you see Trump? He caught COVID. He went into hospital. And he's better. And I think he's doing a marathon next, all in 4 days.
Good God. Yeah, the joking COVID.
Well, do you know something, right? I do think our Boris had it, right? Because he looked ill.
Mm.
But Trump, you know what I mean? I don't think he spent 2 nights in hospital and they reckon he was really ill, having oxygen. And 2 days later, he's running about, nothing wrong with him.
Something wrong there, isn't there?
Yeah, so I don't know.
But the elections come up soon, isn't it? Presidential.
Yeah, November.
So you haven't got much time to mess about.
Is Hillbilly there?
Yes, he's
What
there.
have you got?
Let's see. He's there.
People need a get well soon card when they get married. Right enough, boy.
There we are. Did you have one then, John? Or,
What?
You're happily married, you are now.
Oh, very certainly I am. Certainly.
Is it?
Oh, it's lovely. Yeah, fair play. She's listening, oh, see that, so I can't really say, can I?
No, can't say the truth.
Because the truth, she is absolutely perfect.
Oh, good. We do
Honestly.
talk. I called down the other day and you weren't there, and we had a good chat about you.
Oh,
Yeah, can't tell you what it was about, but we had a good
chat. I wouldn't want you to tell me.
We went over all sorts of issues. There we are. Look, that's the way
we won't go into it now.
Oh,
Yes, I do anything for a laugh, Seeger. Anything at all.
got to have a bit of fun, haven't you?
Yes, man.
How did you get your backlights fixed on that van?
You won't believe this, right? Now, on a car, right, how a switch works, right, is the brake pedal, it comes up and it's solid, right? And it's off all the time because the brake pedal is against the switch, right? So the lights are off.
Yeah.
And when you press the brake in, the brake pedal comes away from the switch, pulls the switch off, and the lights come on then, right? Yeah. That's what happens, right? So you press it back up, and it switches it off. Now, normally, the when the brake switch goes, it gets stuck in there, right? And it's so you don't get brake lights at all, right? So you take it out, but this one, you won't believe it, right? At the end of the pedal, there was a rubber grommet, and that came out, and there's a hole in the top of the brake pedal, and the brake switch was passing through that hole.
Good God.
Now, why on earth did they put that grommet in there? If they'd made it solid, it'd never be a problem.
Yeah.
But they made that hole in there, all right, so the switch was going straight through it.
Good God. As easy as that. We didn't see that, did we? We had a good look at it.
No, I couldn't see that. But I'm not joking now. He was 5 minutes and he didn't take a seat out and everything.
Good God.
But thing is, Seeger, it's knowing knowledge, right? I promise you, knowledge is half the thing. It's half the battle.
Yeah.
If that's what you pay for most of the time, right? I used to do after I lost my leg, I was doing plumbing, and I know there's one instance, there's a couple for me up who I'd done a few jobs for. The water had gone off down Soundfields, right? And when it was put back on, there was a good bit of pressure there, and it blew the ball valve in the toilet cistern. That's all right. And they could hear the water. Well, as they took the top off the net, that water was shooting up. So they put it back down. They were calling me. They didn't know what to do. The woman was crying, all kinds. They couldn't stop it. Now, all it was a little rubber stopper on top of it. Right? You put it in, it turned it, and thank you, how much was that? Well, I'd never be rich, right, because I couldn't, but I know plumbers would charge them 60, 70, 80 quid for that for call-out.
Yeah. That's right, yeah.
I charge them for a tenner for diesel, but at the end of the day, I'd rather that than I can sleep at night nice. You know?
There's something now. Do you know the old ball valves, they had a brass plunger, didn't they?
Yeah.
And you'd see the what do you call it, in the top of it.
What are you doing, huh?
Do you know the plunger and the brass?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The seal would be on the top, wouldn't it? Because they'd have to go. A lot of people used to try and dig out the seal.
Yeah.
All you got to do, they unscrew. Did
Right.
you know that? Yeah, you knew it, didn't you?
I knew that, but loads of people, I know.
Loads of people are trying to pick the thing out.
And pick it out, it just won't work at all, will it?
No,
But,
just unscrew them. So there we are.
So all everybody's holidays have been cancelled, and we've had our main holiday cancelled, and loads of like concerts we went to see.
Yeah. John's having a whipping tonight. Yeah, what should he saying, John?
I got it sorted, Dean back. I got it sorted.
See, I'm trying to explain a technical term. That's what that was. I wasn't trying to be rude.
Oh. See, he doesn't have to try, does he?
I can't help it, man.
No, I know. So I tell you what as well, right? I've seen an awful lot of people. I'm living on by the main road here, right, where the walk-in path is or whatever. The amount of, when you think about it, the amount of walks and beautiful places you can see in Margam, it's incredible, guy.
It is,
You go up, you go across by the motorway there, underneath by the school, right? You go up to Brombill. You can go up all along the mountains, and you can walk all day. It's absolutely beautiful. We got Margam Park up there. The local people don't seem to use it a lot, you know?
Yeah. They all got the red. They're going to have the red as well.
Well, now they do, right? But nobody, I don't think hardly anyone knew where it was before. Now, on a nice day, they are parking from the Brombill cottages, and they come in right down to where the old Mount View used to be. That's how far the car parks are going.
Good gosh.
My cousin lives up there, right? And the cars that are going up there now is ridiculous. But again, now it's calmed down a bit now because the weather's changing again, isn't it?
Yeah. So
it's going a bit colder.
I think it's colder next week, isn't it?
Yes, it's getting a bit colder. Something to do with winter coming, I think.
Have you put the heating on yet, though?
Oh, I think she's driving me crackers, guy, with that.
She's not wasting money again.
Oh, I tell her, I got coats, right? I got blankets, yeah?
Yeah.
And she sneaked the heating on last week.
Or never.
Yeah. I'm sitting by her, right? And I can't think, oh, good God, it's a bit warm in here. It must be nice outside. Looked out. It was pouring down.
Shit.
Yeah, my God. They said, you're a bit hot there, love. Oh, I could turn heating on, off. Off! It's just not supposed to go on till November, love.
Exactly. Good.
But you know what? On it been. On. What can you do? You got to keep them happy sometimes, see?
Well, that's where I went wrong. Oh.
I bet you still have one lump of coal on Christmas morning, don't you? That's it.
Half a lump of coal. God.
Yeah, when you got a nice Christmas I don't know, is that going to come off now? You a nice Christmas expedition?
Where's that?
I don't know if you can say one, yeah?
North Pole.
No, London.
Oh no, it's gone.
Oh, I thought so.
No more Father Christmases.
Well, tell him where he was going to be Father Christmas, guy.
In Harrods.
There you are.
There we are. But there's a company called Star now, and they take on extras and they put you then everywhere. But last year I was in Harrods for 3 days. I think it was 250 quid a day, money.
Do.
I know, and I was staying across the road in a bed and breakfast, and they paid for that as well.
Ooh, brilliant.
But you got to have the beard.
Yes, man.
So we'll have to see now.
You'll have to shave it off now.
No, I'm leaving it out just in case they want me back.
Oh, yeah, it could be.
And some girls, some women, love a beard on a man.
Do we?
Not on themselves, although I have seen some women with beards. And they've got to get that in MAC on them, Have you seen that? They put that in MAC on. and they tear it off. There's a lot of women, very hairy chins. Have you seen that?
Where do they just from Gleneath, can't they?
They had a few in Gleneath.
Yeah.
But normally, if you
Well,
see...
I can honestly say I haven't seen many women with beards.
Well,
Not
they've
from you, anyway.
got a full beard, but they have got one or two little hairs, coming down.
Oh, yes, yeah. Older women normally have that, don't they? You know?
Well,
one black hair.
Our age group, innit?
Hang about, what's all this hour? Good God.
Yeah, you
got about 8 years of me.
No. How old are you now?
What are you, 60 what?
I'm not 60 what at all. just past 50.
Aye, I know.
57 I am. 57.
And I've just turned 54. See?
There we are. Good God. Yeah, but some women, right, if you see them and they get a bit of a shadow, there, right, chances are a bit later on they'll have a couple of sprouting beard bits.
Oh, see?
They get it in Mac then. They slap it on and they get this like paper stuff and they rip it off quick.
It's like going under the Sasquatch.
I know. But that's what women do. They do it in their arms, don't they?
Oh, I know what, aye.
But there and down there as well.
Yeah, I know. But,
And
I haven't.
their legs
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
And they're shaving them all the time, aren't they?
Yeah,
It's a lot-
quite right.
There's a lot of pruning to be done with a woman, isn't it? They're everywhere with a shaver.
Quite right.
So that's
Yeah.
men. We're lucky to just leave it grow, isn't it? Some men get it coming out of their ears.
Yeah, oh, I seen one bloke. I'm not joking, you're right. It looked like the Amazon rainforest in his ears. It was just sprouting everywhere. It was.
And the nose, it comes out from the nose, isn't it?
Yeah, it comes out of the nose. I goes up to them barbers. Do you see to have the wax up my nose and again?
Oh, never.
Yeah, I
I
volunteer. I volunteer, man. They put it in my ears and they put it up my uter and chat to them for a bit. Now wait for it to set. And they say, go on, ready now? Yeah, go on. Boom, boom. Two of them out like that. One of them made my nose bleed, actually.
Yeah, I bet it would.
But the thing is, right, it's clear then. See? You can
Would you-
smell the steelworks a lot better then.
Was you crying when they pulled them down?
I haven't cried since I'm 4.
And you didn't, when that didn't make you cry?
No.
What about shouting?
No.
No screaming?
No, man. No.
Good God.
I tell you what I'll do, right? I'll come and pick you up and I'll take you to one of these barbers to have that then and we'll videotape you.
No,
and we can
thank
show it on the show.
No, thank you.
What do you think, everyone? Do you think Gary should do that?
No way.
All we need is 10 yeses.
Yeah,
That's all.
10 thumbs up. No chance. Patsy just said you did cry. Huh?
Did you? See now?
See, she's saying the truth. Crying like a baby.
Look at you. You landed, you are now.
Dandy Ellis said you both should. Oh, I can't go up there and have that. What we need is the back sack and crack. Have you heard of that?
What? No, what's that? No.
You get your back waxed and you rip it all off. You get your sack underneath. They do that. You know, the sack, the tea bag.
Yeah, I get the new eye.
They rip that and that's bald. Right? And then the crack of your ass. You get all that done as well. You'd enjoy that.
Why on earth would you want that done? What is seriously now, right? Now the benefit of them coming up my nose, right, is people can see it nice and they can smell a bit better, right? That's the benefit. Now you tell me one bit of benefit of having what you just said then. What do you want?
Well,
Except for you could use the bit of wax that you use. You could keep that as a carpet.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I think it would-
you know,
Very painful, I should imagine.
oh, it would smart a bit.
Especially down by there.
Yes, I wouldn't fancy that myself, to tell you the truth.
No.
But here we are. Now, my brother-in-law, his book has actually come out, and he's received a copy himself.
That's good.
It's so what I'm going to do now, next week, hopefully, I'm going to invite him on the show to do it, you know, on like I am there,
Yeah.
and to see if he'd like to talk a bit about all the UFOs and about his book and everything like that. Very, very interesting. I can't wait to get the book now, and I'll read that, and that's going to be great. That is, I'm really looking forward to it. And as we're talking about the skies, did you see all the shooting stars last night?
No.
Oh, I love watching them, right? So I know it's been going on for, you know, millions of years, but it's a lovely spectacle, even today. I'm out the back by there, like, and they just shoot them by. They apparently there's one in, there's a meteor shower in August and one in October. Now, the one in August must be brilliant, right? You know, like one every 5 seconds. There was probably one, I was catching them probably 1 a minute out here the other day. So I seen about 5 or 6.
Do.
Yeah, and I do like watching them.
You should have videoed them.
Oh, you never see him on your phone, man.
And then?
Because don't forget now, right? If you point to the video camera to the sky, it might not happen there. You know what I mean? It's just random places, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose they do them.
Yeah, by the time you get round to it, gone.
Yeah.
I had my wishes, oh.
What's that?
You got a wish when you see a shooting star now.
Have you?
Yeah.
What do you wish for?
Can't tell you, or it won't come true.
A good connection tonight on the phone.
They haven't gone since I've sorted it out, have they?
No? 50p in the meter?
See what I done? You don't know what I done.
I think you probably connected your phone up to the router, is it?
No, yeah, I've had to put my mobile data on because the Wi-Fi was playing up a bit.
Oh, right. Thing is, that it'll cost you about £6 now.
You're worth it, guy.
I am. You're right.
Yeah, you're quite right.
But I'm not shaving, and I'm not down that up the nose, and I'm not touching them down there either. The plums. Forget that.
Oh, you know. Yeah, I definitely have had up my nose done. I would, and my ears.
Oh, no. What about a bit on your leg? Have you got any hair on your leg left?
What do you mean? There's loads of it. Oh, but my little leg, you mean?
No, the big leg. The proper
Oh,
leg.
yeah. Loads of hair, that.
Right, I think you should have a strip of him mark on there, right? And Patsy should rip it off like that. And see if you say anything.
Is that what you reckon? Right. It's got some kind of bet then, is it?
Aye.
Right, so what do I get if I don't scream and shoot?
I don't know. What do you want?
Don't say that to me now, you'd surprise me, because I'll have another pair of years or something.
What can we get to? I don't know. I might do a painting of you and Patsy.
There we are. Definitely, I'll do that.
There we are.
I hope I see you banging.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm good for that.
Yeah, it is me. It's not the ghost.
Because I've got one of the stories about that now. It starts off like that.
Is it? Well, now what's Sonny saying? No way.
Yes, Sonny. Yes.
Back, sack and crack. They don't do it anyway around here, so you're lucky.
No, I can do it for you. I'm qualified.
You're not bloody get anywhere near my plums. Get off. Oof. There's been some bad reviews on the movie, like The Haunting of Margam Castle.
Yeah, apparently, Dean, I haven't seen it myself. My daughter's seen it, Danielle, and it's supposed to be terrible. Bad acting, bad storyline. The idea would be good, but everything about it is bad. Apparently, the story itself is okay, but it's just the bad acting and bad everything else,
Yeah.
But see what people were trying to say. Yes, that's right. Think to accent. Know what he means there, don't you?
Yeah, the bit in between.
Yeah, that's right. We won't say why. But what people are saying, they've missed some parts of Margam. It wasn't this way. It wasn't that way. But you've got to realise it's right. They say it's based on a true story, but we know it's not, right? And it was fiction, right?
Yeah.
And so things are going to change a bit, And so there we are, Dan. They make stuff up about the Talbot family. There we are. But that is like fiction in itself. So that wouldn't be so bad. But apparently the acting and everything like that was bad. You've got to have some kind of story.
Of course we
but
are.
it's just good that we had a bit of filming going on here this week as well. Jennifer Saunders was round here.
Yeah, that's right. Don't
we are.
Should up in Taibach, I think.
Well, I tell you where, I was taking the kids to school and she was in Blanco's car park early in the morning.
Yeah.
And then she come past there then in a red car with another car following her, round a roundabout right by me and went back down that way. So obviously, and she stopped a few places on the way in that. Now, apparently it was for like children in need, somebody said, but I don't know, like.
Oh, that's good anyway. And they have been filming down Margam Park as well. There's lots of... I went down there just for a little drive, and there's loads of big wagons down there, and loads of people, I don't know what the hell they were doing.
Oh, right.
But there's a lot of people filming down there. So...
Yeah, I seen them by Blanco's, Dean. They were there.
It's all happening in Port Talbot, isn't it? Ever since Banksy came yesterday.
Well, I tell you what, right? I talked to a bloke who was doing the second series of Bang, right? Now, to me, the first series of Bang was brilliant. I loved it, right? They're doing subtitles. Everyone could understand it. The Welsh people, English people, brilliant. Now, the second series, no English subtitles at all.
Good
so
job.
it was pointless watching it. So no one that I know watched the second series of Bang because, well, you couldn't understand it. But I talked to one of the guys that was making it, right? And he said, like, obviously, Banksy come down here, right? And then he said, when people were, like the filmmakers and God knows what, were coming round Port Talbot, he said the amount of different places about you is incredible. You can go to a beautiful serenic view up the mountains. You've got the industrial parts. You've got unused railway lines. You've got woods. You've got beaches.
Yeah.
You've got rivers. You've got. He said you've got everything that a filmmaker could want in one little area.
Yeah.
So you watch, and there are loads of films going to be made down here now on series and things like that, more than there has been, There's been quite a few.
Yeah.
Because that Casualty has been filmed down here quite a lot.
That's right, yeah. And that, well, I can't remember the name of the rock group. They filmed in the Off Licence in Target Road there. I can't remember, but they filmed there anyway. But there's been loads of people filming around here.
We had the Paul Potts film, didn't we? They were all done the Scout car park. They were there.
Were they? I haven't seen that.
How can they come in and out of Port Talbot? It's easy, Daniel. You're allowed to come in and out for work purposes, love.
But Fion's off to bed.
Oh, Fee, come on, they real good ghost stories here tonight, love.
Really scary.
Yeah.
10
What I'll
o'clock.
do, I'll record them, see, Fee, and I'll send them to you, right, love? So you
Yeah.
can go listen to them in bed.
She'll enjoy that.
Yeah. So that's your answer to that, Danielle, is that you're allowed to come into Port Talbot and you're allowed to leave Port Talbot for work purposes. And filming is work purposes.
All right. Oh, well, 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, we're nearly ready, guys.
5 minutes to go.
Yeah, we're nearly ready. But, yeah, there's a lot of activity with the filming down here. And I tell you where else I do quite a good bit as well. It's down by Longlands Lane, you know, and I feel it's not going towards Morva down there.
Aye.
It's like a barren moor down there. See, and the cameras could make it look even better, can't they?
Yeah.
You know, so if you could make something like from the 18th century, but if you cut all the looking at on the moor bit, you wouldn't see the steelworks, would you?
No. And Lawrence of Arabia, that was filmed in Merthyr Mawr. Do you know that?
Was it?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. When they were riding up on the sand dunes. We think they were in the desert. They were in Merthyr Mawr.
Well.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people filming right there.
Clever, see?
And at the Bay Studios on the way into Swansea.
Yeah, it used to be Ford's, aye.
Yeah, that's a load of films that have in there.
Is it?
Yeah. Da Vinci Code film.
Never, is it?
Yeah, that was in there. So how was the smoking going? Or the non-smoking?
Oh, you know what, right? It's where we very pleased, me and Patsy both, that we haven't smoked now since the 1st of September. It's going great. We had help from non-smoking Wales, or Quit Wales or something it's called. But they've been very helpful. But it's you know, you don't like to say it until you actually, you know, until there's a good bit time now. But I think we cracked it now, guy. You know.
Addicted to the chewing gum now, though.
Oh yeah, look, if
we'll have to get you off that.
If you notice, I haven't had one tonight. Look.
Oh.
See?
I thought you'd be addicted to that next.
Oh, I know.
It's good though to get rid of smoking, isn't it?
Oh, brilliant, man! You know, with more than anything, it's obviously it's your health, but it's so much money. It's so much money involved. It's incredible.
Oh God, yeah. I've never smoked, but I don't drink either. I used to drink, but I don't drink anymore.
I used to drink loads and loads, but I haven't had a drink since about 2013,
Good
and yeah, I don't miss it now. But honestly, I spent some money on a drink, loads and loads and loads. You know, I used to spend all my bloody wages on it, man. You know, when I was single, I mean.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy, but they were.
Right, I'll pop off now, and we'll get you ready for.
Right, hello everybody. This is the ghost story part of the evening. I have two stories tonight, very different in nature. If you bear with us. Obviously, this one can't have been first-hand experience because it's this is from 500 years ago, roughly. I think we come to the date later on. But it did happen in this very area of this entrance to the steelworks, which is just by 100 yards away from here, and it's called the Farm. Long before Margam was the busy place it is today, many of the houses, if not all, were laid to farmland. One large farm was worked for the abbey at Margam, and both cattle and chickens roamed the pastures. The old farmhouse would be near the entrance to the steelworks if it was standing today. The farmer and his wife had 3 sons, and they all played their part helping out at the farm, much the same as any other children brought up on a farm in them days. One of the boys was named Richard. This was quite a common name in the 1500s. He was, how can we put it, a bit slow, and it was hard for his father to get him doing anything correctly, but the farmer tried his best. One summer day, the boys finished their chores and decided to go to the beach, which was less than a mile away, and they joined their friends there playing in the dunes and jumping in the sea. They played for hours until it was time to go home. The boys shouted for Richard, but there was no sign of him, and they all thought he must have gone home. When they arrived home, they asked their father, where was Richard? What, he's with you, isn't he? Said Thomas, the oldest son. Where is he? Well, we don't know. The farmer called his wife, and they all went back to the sea to look for Richard. They looked for many hours, but found nothing, and thought the worst had happened, and he had drowned while playing in the sea. The local doctor was asked to come to the farm, as the old lady had taken the disappearance of their son very hard. There is nothing I or anyone else can do. You must pray to God and hope things get better. Well, the sons all blamed each other for what had happened, and in the coming weeks, fishermen of Porthcawl found the body of poor Richard. The body was twisted up in the nets, and the fish had gotten to the body, making it almost unrecognisable. The farmer had to take a horse and cart to Porthcawl to retrieve the body, and Richard was buried at Margam. There seemed no compassion in them days, and everything had to be done by the family. One cold evening, the farmer was trying to get some sleep when he heard Richard calling out, "Father, why did you let me die? Why, Father?" Well, the farmer's wife died of a broken heart as she missed young Richard, and the sons all left the farm for a better life down the mines in Carmarthen. The farmer would burst out crying because nobody else could hear Richard, just him. Then one day the farmer was on his own, tending to the cattle as best he could. The farmer was old and lay in bed dreaming of better times with all his sons and his wife. Then one night a shadow of a man came into his bedroom. "Father, I have come up for your soul. Wake up, Father, wake up." The farmer awoke, and in front of him was Richard, but without any eyes. It was just darkness. "Richard Bach, is that you?" "It is," said the shadow. "I have come for you." "But Richard, what about the animals? I must feed them and tend to them." Richard said, "Father, do so. You have 1 week, and I will return, and you will be taken." The next day the farmer told the next farm over, and he said, "You must go to the abbey and tell them." The farmer, who was frightened, went to the abbey and told the person in charge. He was the abbot. And he told the farmer, "We will bless the farm, and this will rid the farm of all evil spirits." The next day the abbot, with several monks, laid hands on the farm building and spoke about love and told the spirit of Richard to leave the farm and all that worked there. The week was up, and the farmer was so worried the spirit would come back. But it did not return. The farmer lived out his days until the abbey was dissolved in 1536, and shortly after he passed on. Now that was the story about the farm. That was given to me by an older gentleman. Now this one is a much more modern story. And this one, it starts off, I think, in the 1980s, so it is fairly recent, really, you know, as far as ghost stories go. We call this Jackie Door Knockers. It started off as a simple knock on the door. Innocent enough, on a cold November night in the late 1980s. And we were still feeling the effects of it to this day. Like I said, it was a cold winter night, pitch black. We were watching TV and there came a sharp, loud knock on the front door. My husband got up, was there for a while, and he came back in mumbling about them bloody kids playing Jackie Door Knockers. I looked all around, but they had scarpered. They must have been quick, mind. There was no sign of them at all. We live in a mid-terraced house in Port Talbot. 20 minutes later, another knock came on the door, and this time my husband said, "Leave it, they'll soon go away," he said. How wrong he was. That night we all went up to bed as usual. Children first, then me. My husband came up about 11:30, and as he got into bed, there was an almighty bang on the front door. It seemed to rattle in the door frame. When my husband jumped up out of bed, he was going to get them. As soon as he got to the top of the stairs, he let out another shout, but this one was different, louder, and fearful somehow. He came running back into the bedroom, as white as a sheet and in a panic. "What's wrong?" I shouted. "Who was it?" I'll never forget his reply. "Not who, but what was it?" he said. He was about to go down the stairs, and in the hallway right by the front door was a huge figure of a man, all dressed in black from head to toe. I shouted out, and he just disappeared. "There's something very wrong here, Susan," he said. We didn't sleep a wink that night, although nothing further happened until a few days later. When we settled down, but I could see my husband was on edge. Every little noise he would jump. "Did you hear that?" he'd say. I didn't. Until there was a bang from upstairs, which I did hear. "There," he said. "Did you hear that?" "Yes," I said. So we went upstairs, and there, one of the drawers of the chest of drawers was upside down on the floor, with the contents strewn across the room, and I mean all over the room. Little bits in every corner, all over the room. We didn't know what to do. So we phoned my parents, who came straight over for the children. When they were there, my father said, "There's a terrible, heavy feeling in this house. I felt it for years, but I didn't expect this." I couldn't believe what he was saying. "So why didn't you say something, Dad?" I said. And he said, "Because nothing was happening," he said. "To me, it was just an uneasy feeling." I needed help but I didn't know where to turn. Well, later that week, my sister phoned. I hadn't seen her for ages. She said she could bring someone to the house that maybe could help. I agreed straight away, and we made arrangements for her to call that Saturday. All that week we heard tappings, banging, moaning, and even saw shadows here and there, just a glimpse out of the corner of our eyes. We both started to hear voices calling our names. Always when we were on our own, and always when we were busy. Often I'd stop what I was doing and ask my husband what he wanted. At that time we didn't put the voices with all the other stuff going on. One day my husband came and asked him what I wanted. I said I never called him. But he started shouting at me about me trying to frighten him. I promised I wasn't. We had a big row, both shouting on top of our voices. There was a very loud bang which seemed to come from the kitchen. We both stopped instantly, and immediately we heard a man laughing. It was as clear as day. We both agreed that whatever it was, he was trying to put a wedge between us. It was working, but we made a pact there and then that the only way to beat it was to stay strong and be together and be there for each other right through this, however long it took. Well, Saturday came, and true to her word, my sister came to the house with a much older woman. Hopefully she would help us. We went to open the door, but the door wouldn't open. The door handle wouldn't release. Loud banging came from all over the house, and we both heard a voice saying, "No," very loudly. The older lady came up to the door from outside, put her hand on the handle. She said something, and the handle released. The door opened, she came in. She didn't say a word to either of us. She just breezed by, going round the house room by room. Eventually, she came to see us. She said what we have isn't very nice, but we must get rid of it immediately. She had some kind of herbs with her and a book, which definitely wasn't a Bible. She went into each room, saying something we couldn't make out. Then the banging started, louder than ever before. She came up to us and told us to stay where we were and not to go outside whatever happened. She went into every room. Each time she came out of a room, the banging got quieter and quieter. Eventually, it stopped. The feeling in the house was amazing. It seemed brighter. You could feel the happiness there. It's very hard to explain. The lady came up to us and just said, "It's gone." I asked her what it was, and she replied, "You don't need to know." With that, she walked out the door and went to sit in my sister's car. My sister, who had stayed outside, said she'd call in later. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I never called the lady by her name. Well, that's because she never told us, and we never asked. I did ask my sister when she called in later, and she said she was under strict orders not to tell us, and she never has to this day. I asked my sister what was in her house. She told me the lady wouldn't even tell her when she asked her. In fact, she never told her at all. She took that information, as far as we were concerned, to the grave. She passed away about 5 years ago. We went to the funeral with my sister. Very solemn affair, with very, very few mourners. We'll never forget that lady and what she did for our family. Nothing else happened since, for which we are extremely grateful. Right, and they are the stories for tonight, Gary. It's that last one sent it actually last one sent a chill down me actually.
Yeah, it's a bit scary, wasn't it?
It was. Yes, it sent a chill down me, that one.
A bit sad.
It was sad, very sad. So
Right.
there we are.
So we'll wrap up now then, is it?
Yeah, right you are.
If you did enjoy our chat and our ghost stories, if you can do the thumbs up below there somewhere, and comment if you want to comment, and we'll see you all again next week at the same time.
Okay,
It's,
thank you everybody.